couple of days ago, I have released a solo leveling video and I did promise that I will share another one, once I know all the things needed to make it usable by all players. That day has finally come, and what you'll be seeing here is a safer and cheaper alternative to the Steel Path Survival Solo Leveling Guide I've shown to you before. You can either use this method, or the one I have shown you earlier. This is more stealthy and requires a little bit of finesse to be effective, compared to the previous leveling guide which only requires you to mindlessly press and spam the melee key. But with a bit of practice, you will get used to this leveling method, and as a matter of fact, I honestly can say that this is better compared to the previous method. Okay, let's get down to business. Just like the first solo leveling, we also need a couple of things for this method. The first one is lots of enemy radar mod on your warframe. One advantage of using this method is you don't need these umbral mods anymore. You can just use the normal vitality and just be sure that you have tons of enemy radar mod on your build. This is because we want to keep an eye on the enemies at all times. We need to know who are alerted, and who are susceptible to finisher kills. The next one is the Skirjati, which can be acquired during the penultimate mission of the Sacrifice quest at max rank. We will use this Nikana for its feature that makes the user invisible for 5 seconds after a finisher skill. In terms of modding, just follow the mod setup you see on your screen. I did try a radiation build on this weapon, and it also works just fine. Just be sure to give it lots of finisher and raw damage so that we can kill 130 plus enemies with one hit. Okay, let's get back first to Warframes. If you have both Arcane Fury and Arcane Trickery, then the better. Arcane Fury will give more damage to Skirjati to ensure one-shot kill, while Arcane Trickery will be very handy in terms of making the whole mission as easy as possible. You should also know that your operator will be used a lot in this mission. Your space kid will give you that mobility and positioning for this leveling method. If there's one advice I can give, then that is unequipping any arcanes that can alert enemies such as Magus Lockdown. Remove this arcane as we need to be stealthy as much as possible. The last thing you would want on your arsenal is your Shade Sentinel. The Ghost mod will help both Skirjati and your operator to keep you invisible. And yes, if you have it, then try to put Primed Animal Instinct for more enemy radar. I know it's overkill, but as you know the squad, we love overkill stuff on this channel. Now that we are done with the needed things, let's proceed to the mission. If you guessed that it's on Adaro in Sedna, then you are correct. Only this time, we will run it on the Steel Path mode. Just like the ordinary Adara leveling guide, we use stealth to somehow gain bonus affinity, and mind you, Steel mode gives out insane affinity per finisher kills. At 500% bonus stealth affinity, you will gain 7,000 plus to 30,000 plus affinity per finisher kills. But like I've said, you need a little finesse in doing this mission, since the main goal here is to kill without being seen. To do this, you must use tactics that combine both Operator and Skirjati. Operator Void mode can be used to position yourself behind enemies. Use your operator to get close to enemies and then do a stealth skill. Do remember that you must always be behind the enemy, as we don't have anything to open up enemies to finisher kills. You might suggest using Bronco with the dizzying rounds, but that will just mess up this leveling method. Any attacking movement will cancel the invisibility of Skirjati, making it tougher to gain the bonus stealth affinity. Although I can honestly say that I can't keep the stealth affinity bonus at all times, as I often make mistakes, but I always can level my warframes in this mission to the max at the end of the run. Usually, it will take about 15 to 18 minutes on average, but I did manage to do it for about 11 minutes a couple of times. Don't be bothered when enemies spotted you, just simply proceed to another location and stealth kill an alerted enemies. Don't just abort the mission when you think you have messed up because one enemy spotted you. Simply move away from that location and just kill any unalerted targets. This is where enemy radar will come handy. You will have eyesight on the whole map, and you know which enemies to kill. By the way, for those who don't know, unalerted enemies are those red unfilled arrow-like markers on the minimap, or simply those unfilled dots. Once they are partially filled, that means that enemies are cautious and they can't be killed by finishers. When the dot is fully filled, then that means the enemies are alerted and will raise the alarm. If this happens, then simply hack a console to restart the alarm. Also, be sure to just kill unalerted enemies, and don't stealth kill them when they are cautious. If you somehow accidentally kill a cautious enemy, then it will restart the stealth affinity bonus. There's really no secret trick on doing this mission. All you need to do is be mindful of your mini-map, spot those unalloted enemies, kill them one by one, and finish the mission. With some practice, I'm pretty sure you'll love this leveling method. Now here's a challenge. If you can pull off this leveling method with the shortest time of completion, I will feature your video on this channel. Just link your video on the comment box below along with how long did you manage to complete this leveling method. Take note that you must use an unranked warframe and rank it to 30 while using this method. By the way, this method is also good for leveling exalted melee weapons. If you are using Excalibur, Wukong, or Valkyria, then you can use this to both rank up the frame and its exalted melee at the same time. So that's all about it, lads. Be sure to click that like button if you find this video informative, and subscribe if you want to see more content from us. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.